Kickstart FC, Mabam L. Devi, Wonkam L. Devi, Ritu Rani, Javamani Tadu, Supriya, Karishma, Laser, Rai, Sushmita Lepcha, Sonia Marak, Deepa. Team coach, Langam Choba Devi, team manager, Savana D. In team A, HOPS FC, Delhi. The lineup is Anshika GK, Sharada, Ritu, Parmila, Ling Lenum, Federica, Neha, Rebecca, Gladys, Anushka Samuel. Fourth official, Mahi Tolu. Match commissioner will be Mr. Robin Xavier and referee assistant.
चल नहीं आया नहीं आया हेलो
Ladies and
हेलो
gentlemen, we all
हेलो
are here for
हेलो
this exciting visit our official IWL website.
A very, very warm welcome today to game number 2 of the Indian Women's League, the IWL 23-24, live here from the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium in the heart of Delhi. 9th of December today, 1 p.m. kickoff. It's HOPS FC against last year's finalists, Kickstart FC. It's a pleasure being here with all of you today. And I have my co-commentator Junaid Ahmed with me. Junaid, a very warm welcome to you also.
Hello, Joel, and hello to all the viewers who've just joined in. We moved from the tropical climate of Kerala all the way north to the chilly winters in Delhi. It's going to be HOPS FC taking on Kickstart FC. These two were against each other in the quarterfinals last season, and it was Kickstart who got the better of HOPS FC in the very, very late winner. It's going to be an interesting contest. We'll have to wait and see what strategies they come up with.
First match for the season of IWL. Last year also we met HOPS and we have beaten 2-1. This year also we are hoping expectation is too high because we have already prepared the team very well, and my expectation is that today also we will get 3 points.
Thank you, ma'am. What are your expectations for the team in this upcoming season?
Yeah, last year we got runners up. We are trying to come in the final. Definitely we will come, and I have full confidence that my girls will play a good game, and in this season we will show them that last year we have runners up, and this year we will definitely try to get the champion trophy.
Thank you, ma'am. All the best. Hope your team wins.
So those were the words of HOPS FC, Kickstart FC head coach. So she's laying down a challenge here today. She wants to get the win, and she wants to take the trophy home. So that's going to be very interesting. Now, time to see what the HOPS FC coach had to say.
Once again, we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ambedkar Stadium when for today's group stage.
Well, we're going to be waiting on that, on what the HOPS FC coach had to say. But nevertheless, we're here at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground in Delhi, of course, the capital city of India. And we have a cracking game of football on our disposal today between HOPS FC and Kickstart FC. HOPS will be in white, Kickstart will be in red. And, Junaid, what do you expect from this game?
I expect goals and goals, Joel, because we've all seen, right, there's a time for the head coach of HOPS FC taking over.
Within few minutes, थोड़ी ही देर में, both the captains will get ready, and we will enjoy the match, where everyone has to prove himself to stay in the starting 11. Everyone has to give his best.
So the lineups will be following soon now. So we are going to be figuring out who will be playing for either of these two sides. As you see, some of the players warming up for both of these teams. So for HOPS, we have Anshika in goal, Parmila, Mamta, Sharda, Ritu, Rebecca, Gladys, Kipgen, Frederica, Samuel, and Neha. On the bench, head coach Om Prakash Chiber with Kushi, Shalja, Razia, Jyoti, Varshika, Arti, Lavanya, Pooja, Tanu, and Kanchan. Let's the HOPS. And for Kickstart FC, course, Kickstart in red, Hops are in white.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
So,
this beautiful
as we see some of the players warming up
stadium
prior
for
to the
today's
game
group stage
starting,
match
of course.
Indian Women's League 23-24 season.
It's a nice day today here in Delhi.
Our guests of honor, Mr. Bir Singh.
So the lineups for Kickstart: Lintoy, Jopamani, Ritu, Lintoy and Supriya, Sonia, Preeti, Deepa, Lepcha, Karishma, Bibicha, the head coach, Langam, Chauba Devi, Banti, Juhi, Mona, Afreen, Mansi, Sushmita, Aruna, Karen, Papki and Aishwarya on the bench. And of course we have two special guests today.
Must enjoy this match
So we do have chief guest for this game,
FC Delhi.
Mr. Bir Singh, former IAS, renowned educationist, chairman and managing director of Next IAS and May It Easy, and Mr. Anuj Gupta, of course, the president of the Delhi Soccer Association. So a very warm welcome to them, who will be gracing our presence here today at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium for this game between HOPS FC and Kickstart FC in the Indian Women's League 23-24. So, Junaid, back to you, because I know you got cut before with the lineups coming up and all that. So, back to you, Junaid. What are you expecting from this game between HOPS FC and Kickstart FC?
Right, it'll be very interesting to see what formation the Kickstart FC goes with, because I do see some changes in their lineup. They are missing out on quite a few players. There is the Kenyan striker, Kyoki Elizabeth Katungwa, who has left for Greece this season. She's definitely not a part of their setup anymore. There's Kavya, who's joined Setu FC this year, who played yesterday. So it's going to be a new formation for them. So how quickly they gel up is going to be something that I would be keeping my eyes on. And as far as Hops are concerned, they were prolific in 2022-23 season, scored 121 goals in 16 games. They were part of unbeaten, conceding just 4. That was in the previous campaign they were part of, and were champions at the Women's Premier League held by Football Delhi. Won't be surprised if I get to see quite a few goals today, because it was a goalless draw yesterday, and we would definitely be hoping for some of the players to get on that score sheet.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dalema Chibet is also not playing for Kickstart, right?
I haven't seen her in the squad either. Yes, you're right.
So that's another big major missing. One of the Indian national team players, of course, who is currently, I think, studying, if I'm not mistaken, and playing also in the US of A. Sorry, in Canada. Sorry, my bad, not the USA, Canada. So my bad on that. So it's a huge miss. Also, not to have Dalema Chibet with them for the start of this competition. Although I did see that her name was perhaps in the squad list given to us before the season. I just have to double check on that. Maybe she's nursing an injury, or maybe she's just currently not here in India. We shall have to inquire about that. But that is another big miss. Obviously, the captain of last season and one of the stalwarts in the Indian national team is also not here with Kickstart. So, as you said, Junaid, right said, a lot of changes for Kickstart, and well, it's a brand new season. So both of these sides, and especially Kickstart, forgive my pun, but we'll be looking to kickstart their season today here at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground. And as you rightly said, Junaid, yesterday we saw a goalless draw between Gokulam and Setu, and we're praying, at least I'm praying, that at least today we can see some goal mouth action and some goals. So the game kicks off. If you're joining us now, Kickstart are in red and Hops are in white. Junaid, I'm going to ask you the tactics and formations for, let's start with HOPS FC. What players can you pinpoint out that maybe will be, the revelation of the league, or the stalwarts for them, for HOPS FC? Let's start with them.
Right, there's a change in the setup. They've got 2 players from Ghana. 2 Ghanaian nationals are a part of their setup this season. There's Federica Tokuzor, who played for Northern Ladies FC back in Ghana. She's had a terrific run of form. They're scoring 8 goals in the season before she joined HOPS FC, and also Gladys Amphobia, who starts in the playing 11 today, is a midfielder and has scored 14 goals in 18 appearances. These two are definitely be the girls to watch out for as far as Hops are concerned. They've got players starting on the bench. There's Tanu, there's Pooja, there's Varshika herself. So there are goals on and off the pitch for Hops FC. For Kickstart, it's Rai and two Nepalese girls in the starting 11.
Sorry, Junaid. I think we're just losing you there for a second. If you can just, I'll just circle back to you in a couple of minutes' time. I think we were just losing you there. It was getting a bit, perhaps from your end. But anyways, it's a free kick now for Hops FC. If you're joining us now, Hops, of course, are in white. Kickstart are in red. That's a ball into the box. That's going to go out for a corner kick. So it's going to be a corner kick for Hops FC, and a moment here for Hops to try and cause some damage to this Kickstart FC back line. Corner comes in, it's an in-swinger, cleared away though by Kickstart, front post. Ball back again with Hops. Kickstart now have possession. That's a nice ball to number 14. Is Priti, the Nepali striker, number 14, but safely into the hands of the goalkeeper, Lintoi. Plays it out to the other Lintoi. So two Lintois in this Kickstart lineup. So I do hope that our co-commentator Junaid is back with us. Junaid, with regards to Kickstart
Yes,
FC,
Joel.
any players that you will be able to be pointing out, and the tactics and formation for this game, please?
Right. So we've got Maibam Lintoi Devi, who's had the most number of clean sheets in the past 2 seasons. She's been right up there with the best. And not to forget, there's Preeti Rai in the lineup. There's Deepa Shahi, the two Nepalese girls playing as forwards in this unit. You could see
That's a beautiful
goals coming
chance for
from
Kickstart.
them as well.
Oh, well, Junaid, sorry to cut you on that, but that was a brilliant chance there for Kickstart. It was a glorious through ball, and it was just fantastic. Look at that, number 14 once again, Preeti, the Nepali midfielder here, plays the ball to number 7, Karishma, and that was a glorious chance there for Karishma. So, Junaid, once again, I apologize for the interruption there, but of course, just continue with regards to Kickstart. You were mentioning about Deepa and Preeti, the two Nepali players. They're not playing as strikers today. They're actually playing in the middle of the park, which is surprising because on the team sheet they were playing as strikers. But anyways, Nepali players, we see more of them flocking down to the IWL, don't we? So is the IWL like a shopping window for them also, to get exposure to maybe then perhaps go further abroad? What do you think?
Well, that's definitely a stepping stone to realizing your European dreams. We have seen with Sabitra Bhandari the way she has progressed in the league, played three seasons, still the top scorer with 59 goals, holds a record for most number of goals in a season, scoring 25 in the previous edition. Definitely one of the success stories as far as the IWA is concerned, and it's good for. The shot comes in from the striker there, and straight at the goalkeeper. Takes the knock, and gets away. Kickstart bring it away. She's still down there. Frederica, I believe, is the player gone down.
So there's a bit of an injury here for one of the HOPS FC players. That's number 6. That's Frederica, the Ghanaian striker. So she's down injured, and there's a bit of a concern for her. Although I do hope it's nothing serious. She's just standing up now, so that's fantastic news. But she did get a bit of a bump there to the face. That's gotta hurt. So yes, it's interesting to see the amount of foreigners flocking to the IWL, coming over here to India, making a name for themselves and using the IWL as a stepping stone league to perhaps go abroad, further abroad. Like, as you mentioned before, Junaid, like Sabitra Bandari going to Israel, and other players, Achampong going to Apollon Limassol and so forth. It's fantastic to see the growth of Indian women's
It
football,
is, and
because
you've got Yoki, who was a star with Kickstart FC last season, scoring 8 goals, is out on her way to Greece, playing for Atletico AEL, basically Atletico Ensoy.
So ball is back again with HOPS there, offside though. So it's going to be a free kick for Kickstart FC from the offside. So it's always a pleasure being here with you guys on the commentary box. Do remember, our YouTube chat is active, it's open, so if you do want to engage, perhaps hashtag Ask the Commentator, that would be fantastic to also get your thoughts and opinions, the fans' opinions and thoughts about the beautiful game of football, and our ladies playing it here today, HOPS and Kickstart FC. Just a reminder, Kickstart are in red, HOPS are in white. And yesterday's game in Calicut ended in a 0-0 stalemate between Gokulam and Setu FC. It was a game bereft of any clear-cut chances, but nonetheless, it was a crucial point for Setu in their quest for another IWL title. With regards to this game, HOPS FC and Kickstart FC, how have both of these sides started, Junaid? I mean, who has the upper hand? What do you think?
It looks like pretty even Steven so far. It's sort of a pretty sedate start. It's easy breezy. It's the way it's going so far. Nothing clear cut has come so far, and we'll have to wait and see who draws first blood, because both teams are capable, mind you. Kickstart are trying their formation. That was an opportunity there. Got in between the defenders and probably poked it in the end towards the goalkeeper.
Well, that was a very good opportunity and a decent save there by the goalkeeper Lin Doi, who's also the captain of this Kickstart FC side. She plays the ball forward. Opportunity for Kickstart. Oh, that was a glorious challenge. Oh, that was a last-ditch tackle there by, I think it was either Parmita or Ritu. That was a cracking challenge, and she's hurt her opponent in the aftermath of that. But that was a very good opportunity for number 7 for Karishma. We're going to see the chance though first for HOPS. Good strike there by Frederica, but it was straight at the goalkeeper's hands. A few yards either way, and that would have been the first goal of the game. So safe to say that both sides are carving opportunities. Also safe to say that well, it's more of a end-to-end game than what we saw yesterday between Setu and Gokulam, which was more of a tactical chess piece match where both coaches are trying to nullify each other, and well, this one is a bit more caution to the wind. Wouldn't you agree, Junaid?
Well, it is. Both these teams are known for their attacking play, especially when you look at the number of goals scored by Kickstart last season. Scored 30 in the group stage and 4 in the knockouts. HOPS, well, they did enjoy their fair share, but they do have goal-scoring prowess in their lineup. They are missing
So it
Saru
is.
Limbu this season, who's got a surgery done in September earlier this year and has been sidelined for 9 months. That's a bit of a for Kickstart. I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a new formation as far as Kickstart FC are concerned. We'll have to try and possible to try and get up and running and try and get one better than
So ball is back again with Kickstart here. Recovered though by Hops. Bit of a lack of concentration, bit of a confusion there between both sets of players. Kickstart have the ball again, playing it short. This is number 16, that is Sonia. Cross coming in though from the wing by Karishma. Cleared away though by Hops FC. Ball is bouncing and bobbling here, and that's a long ball forward for Hops. Does she have the pace to get there? The answer is no, because the referee anyways has blown for the offside whistle. So again, Hops just long ball forward, penetrating the back line from Kickstart FC and trying to cause damage to this back four from Kickstart FC. The two centre-backs, Lintoy and Ritu, have to be on their toes today. So that's the second offside there for Hops FC. Another long ball forward. This time it's a chance for Kickstart! Oh! Goal! Kickstart have opened the scoring in the game, and with that they've also opened the scoring in the IWL 23-24. It was a long ball forward, a bit of a mistake at the back by HOPS FC, a deflection, and it was a cool, calm, collected finish into the top corner. HOPS FC 0, Kickstart FC 1. Junaid, cracking goal.
cracking start to the game. 13 minutes into the first half, and we have an opening goal. Karishma getting on the score sheet, drawing first blood. Is it going to be a sign for what's about to happen in the remainder of the game? We'll have to wait and see, but Kickstart advantage.
Well, they've certainly started really fast here, but here come Hops though, with their two Ghanaian players combining in the middle of the field. Ball again now with the Hops FC long strike from distance, and we're going to see the replay of that once again. It's just a long punt at field, mistake at the back, and then as you rightly said, Karishma with the top corner finish, and it's 1-0 for Kickstart FC, getting the first goal of the campaign. And here they come again, same lady in the attack. It was Karishma once again. Hops this time managed to clear, but it's all Kickstart right now. Hops really have to focus and gather themselves and compose themselves, because they look vulnerable right now. Another long ball forward by Hops. Junaid, that initial goal, how is that going to change the whole vibe of this game?
Well, they'll be pressing hard. They'll be trying to score the second one and then see where it takes them from there on, because the lead is way too slender in the end. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out. And comes across again. Heads do go up. Is there an opportunity now? Hits the post and it's back. That was a good try, but that should have definitely ended into the back of the net.
Well, it's all Kickstart right now. Hops are hanging by a thread here. Shot there coming in from 35 yards out. Bounces and bobbles all the way out. But Hops FC surviving by the skin of their teeth at the present moment in time. Look at that once again. And it's all being self-inflicted, Junaid. I mean, there hasn't been a movement that you say, wow, that was incredible. It's just been long balls or crosses into the box, and Hops FC unable to deal with it. So pretty much it's all been self-inflicted, hasn't it?
It's been mistakes. Could be nerves of playing at home. You never know, because these teams are good enough to play here. And Kickstart FC, well, if they get opportunities like that, they are going to punish you and punish you hard. That's exactly what they did. The momentum is with Kickstart now. I won't be surprised if the next goal comes from
Kickstart once again with another long ball forward. The Hops defense with Ritu and Parmila at the back trying to hold on for dear life. So 1-0, Karishma, the goal scorer, the first goal of the tournament, and a change already inside 17 minutes. So number 8, Rebecca, is going off, replaced by number 14, Arti. So it looks like the Hops FC coach has seen enough, hasn't he, Junaid?
Well, still too early to say, because it's just been 17 minutes. Mistakes do happen, and we'll have to wait and see why that change was made. Is it a tactical one? Looks like more of a positional change. Both players play out as midfielders in this Hops FC unit. There's a change in leadership as well, because Tanu was the captain of the side. In the previous edition, it's Nushka Samuel this time.
Well, unless you are injured, which I don't think Rebecca was injured, because she was walking off rather fine. Unless you're injured, what this means is, and I have to say it out because it's what it is. What this means is that the coach got it wrong, and he's admitting his mistake of getting it wrong. Perhaps he should have started with Arti instead of Rebecca, but this is what a change early on clearly signifies, is that he wants something different. He has misread the beginning of the game, misread the opponent, and is now trying to rectify. And look, it's never a mistake. So Hops 0, Kickstart FC 1. The goal scorer Karishma with a top corner finish from close range. 19 minutes gone. We're here in Delhi. It's actually a fantastic day to play football today. It's not hot, it's not very cold, it's just very good weather here in Delhi at the moment. Long ball forward there by Hops, recovered though by Kickstart FC. So, Junaid, with your expertise, of course, making a change so early in the game when the player is not injured, what's your take on that? Is it perhaps a lack of respect?
You
Is
got
it
it right when you
the coach
said
admitting that he made a mistake?
That could be the only reason, because 17 minutes. Well, you talk about fatigue, you talk about traveling, but I don't think that could be a reason there, because 17 minutes is a way too early time for a replacement, unless the player is injured. But it never looked like that. But you never know if there's any sort of a niggle or any complaints that she had. But that was nowhere to be seen, because like you rightly mentioned, she walked off prim and proper there. I believe he got it wrong initially, and it's all about decisions, those fine margins at the end that count, and decides whether the result is going to go in your favor or not.
I've always wondered why obviously coming from abroad, from Gibraltar, and watching the Liga and Serie A and Premier League for so many years, I always wonder why here in India, because it's a very common theme. I mean, I've seen it like many times before, that after 15, 16 minutes, they just change a player. And I seriously can't understand that. Because if I was the player, I mean, that for me would be a complete lack of respect towards me. Because, I've trained hard, you picked me on the side, and after 15 minutes, you're hauling me out. But I've never seen that anywhere else, and it usually happens here a lot, and I still can't understand it. It's one of those things, one of those mysteries for me that I really can't comprehend. Um, 21
I
minutes in,
can't
and Kickstart are
complete.
leading. Yep.
I couldn't contemplate that either because I've been a part of quite a few games this season as well. But those were the sub juniors, juniors, and seniors. Haven't seen that in the seniors category for sure, but in the juniors, yes. But this is way too big a league to make such a if is for a decision that has gone wrong.
So ball is with Kickstart. That's going to be a free kick there for HOPS FC. So 22 minutes have elapsed here at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground in Delhi. It is Kickstart leading and scoring the opening goal of the tournament of the league. Garishma getting on the score sheet, becoming the first lady to score in this 23-24 season. Ball once again for Kickstart. That's a fantastic reverse pass opportunity. Oh, that was all too simple. Nice finish into the bottom corner. The goalkeeper perhaps should have done something a little bit better than that. But nonetheless, credit where credit is due. 2-0 for Kickstart, and they seem to have this game well and truly under control, Junaid.
Well, Hops will have to stay in the game for us as long as they possibly can because they cannot just let it slip the way it is slipping at the moment. It's been all too easy as far as Kickstart are concerned. They are playing some good football, mind you, but Hops should definitely try and, well, that's a bad miss. I would count that as a miss. It was a bit too poor from Anishka down there. Could have definitely done better. They'll have to try and keep the ball, keep possession, try and get on some passing game going. That hasn't been the case so far.
And here come Kickstart once again into the area once more. Cut back. Ball is inside the box. Shot from 20 yards out and goes over the bar, out for a corner kick. Safe to say that HOPS FC, well, they might be playing at home, but they, at this moment in time, are very confused. They don't know what exactly has hit them. They were expecting a tight game, and Kickstart FC, of course, missing a few key players here and there. And they were perhaps thinking, well, you know what, we can maybe nick this at home. Well, Kickstart have different ideas. It's been a very good initial 25 minutes here by the ladies in red, and they are absolutely dominating this encounter against HOPS here in Delhi. Corner kick for Kickstart. It's not the best of corners, but the ball is still just outside the box. Once again to the corner, and that cross safely into the hands of Anshika from HOPS FC. Can you classify that as a mistake by the goalkeeper, Junaid?
She could have patted it over, but or to the sides, but wasn't the case to be. I'm not quite sure if there was a bad bounce right in front of her, but didn't seem like it. Could have definitely done better on that occasion. What I believe, they'll have to have that belief going. Somebody needs to talk to these girls at the drinks break. Try and get them organized, assemble at the back. That hasn't been the case so far in the game. 25 minutes have been played and it's been far too easy. Comes off the line this time, read that one quite well in the end and knocks it over. Back with Hops this time.
You were right in saying that it's been all a bit too easy for Kickstart FC. They've just been cool, calm and composed, the three C's. on the ball and off the ball. They've been really they've been working really hard. Hops, this is a good chance for them now. Keepers coming out a long way. Ling Toy. It's going to be a goal kick. She managed to protect the ball, and it goes out for a goal kick. And one of the Hops players is injured in the process. That's number 7. That's Neha, who took a bump. Referee nonchalantly just tells her to get up and get on with the game. Nothing happening there. So it's this game, Kickstart FC. I think today they are setting a barometer. They're setting a line as to how good they can perhaps be, at least in these 27 minutes that we've seen so far. Of course, there are 6 other teams in the competition, but how do you rate Kickstart's opportunities in this IWL 23-24, considering that they were the finalists last season, Junaid?
They've had a brilliant team last season. Let's make no mistake about it. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out for them, at least in the first few games, because they are trying to set up with a new formation. As their squad is concerned, so few players are out. Saru Limbu was one of the stars for them in the previous edition. We did mention the Kenyan Elizabeth Katungwa scored 8 goals as well. So we'll have to wait and see how they've been brilliant. They lost just one game in the campaign, and then the finals to the deserving Gokulam Kerala FC. I won't be surprised if they go all the way. I mean, they'll definitely be in the top 2. I mean, in my opinion. But time will tell, because we haven't seen how Odisha is going to shape up this year, as well as the Eastern Sporting Union.
Well, you said it yourself. Here come Kickstart once more. And well, we're going to see the replay of that again. I apologize if there was a bit of a lag in the network there. That was a glorious opportunity for Kickstart FC with Karishma once more. You did mention before that you believe that they're going to be in the top 2. I mean, obviously it's early days. They have to play against the likes of Gokulam, the likes of Setu, East Bengal, Odisha, of course. So it's not going to be easy at all. But they do, as far as I'm concerned, what I've seen here today, at least they do play with a little bit more panache, a little bit more urgency to their game, in comparison to what we saw yesterday, which was, in all honesty, it was sometimes it was very sedate and it was just a walking pace at moments. But yes, I mean, this is a fantastic start to this game and to this campaign by Kickstart, of course. Playing away from home is never easy, and they're doing a jolly good effort about it. They're doing a really, really good job about it at this moment in time. So it's going to be a throw-in for HOPS FC. We're here live at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground here in Delhi. Myself, of course, Joel Williams, and my co-commentator Junaid Ahmed, sharing information with you guys and giving you the best possible commentary live here from the IWL 23 and 24. Ball is with Karishma once again. Look at the ball possession, 51-49. Does that tell a story, Junaid? Or I mean, does it? We're going to come back to that now. 1 second after this attack from Kickstart. We'll just circle back to the possession in a moment after this attack is over. So, 49-51, what does that tell you? Especially with the scoreline being as it is.
It doesn't reflect what is happening on the pitch. It doesn't reflect what is happening on the pitch at all, because there's just one team who's literally running riot as far as the game is concerned, because it's just one-way traffic. They've had a few balls coming into the final third, trying to get into the kick Kickstart FC's half, but haven't been clinical enough. There's a good ball down there for Frederica. Gathered safely by Maibam Devi. Maibam Devi has been a revelation for Kickstart, winning 2 top goal scorer awards in 2 previous editions for them.
I'm going to tell you what it means for me, at least as a coach. When I see 49, 51% possession and the team winning only has 2% more than the team losing. The team winning is playing a direct brand of football. That's just the way it is. They're not controlling the game as such with possession. They're just playing a very attacking brand of football. Chance for a third. Decent save this time by Anishka. Anshika, sorry, the goalkeeper from HOPS FC. Another cross coming in by Kickstart. Another good save by the goalkeeper. Triple save. Oh my word, it's all happening here. Offside in the end, it doesn't count. Everything is happening here at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground in Delhi. Hopefully we can see a replay of that. But that is what it means, at least for me, when I see that as a coach. 49-51 and 2-0 lead. They're just playing a direct brand of football. That's what Kickstart are doing. Few passes, but always precise, concise, and straight to the point. And that is, I mean, that's the point of football, is to get that ball in between those 3 posts. And they're doing that, playing a very simple but effective brand of football. In comparison to what we saw yesterday, if you remember, Junaid, Gokulam at times had 70% possession. But there was nothing happening in the game, was there? So, 2 contrasting styles of play, wouldn't you agree?
Completely, because it was a strategy Setu FC came up with, and it was to defend right throughout, and they succeeded in that. And probably those were 2 crucial points dropped by Gokulam Kerala FC, because playing at home definitely an advantage for Gokulam side. Setu, obviously, they came and did what they exactly came to do there. And here, the 2 goals, you rightly pointed out, they're playing direct brand of football here for the first half an hour or so, because the first goal was pretty direct, trying to get it in the back 4 and create an opportunity, a mistake from the defender, and that cost dearly. Just toe poking into the back of the net by Karishma. And it is what it is, as far as Hops are concerned, because they'll have to try and win those balls, and more importantly, get it into the final third. That is something that they haven't been able to do. There's another opportunity there. Fantastic ball that was, but the goalkeeper was off her lines, trying to save that one. Cleared out by Hops, but only just that has gone out for a corner. Beg your pardon, for a throw-in.
So throwing for Hops. Opportunity now for number 7. Simple there for the goalkeeper, Lin Doi, who really hasn't been tested all that much in this game. 35 minutes in. 2-0 for Kickstart FC, the team from Bangalore, playing here at Delhi away from home. Offside. The referee's assistant has raised her flag. So 35 minutes. What do Hops FC have to change, Junaid, to try and get back into this game?
I would look for who's sitting on the bench now, because the players out there haven't been effective enough. There's a drinks break, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Joel Sassono play goes on. Right, I'll have to look for the bench who could come on the pitch and turn things around. There's Tanu there, there's Pooja. They've got Shailja, who scored a goal in the previous edition.
So they do have options on the bench, but safe to say that the best team that they have is currently starting especially with the two Ghanaian players, Gladys and Frederica, being very blunt and honest, they haven't been brought into the play. They have barely touched the ball. And Gladys is a number 10, and she's supposed to be the midfielder, orchestrator, the creator in chief. And I can possibly count the amount of times she's touched the ball with one hand. So it's just been very disappointing so far for HOPS FC. They're not perhaps sticking to their game plan. They're not bringing in their key players in Gladys and Frederica into the play. Frederica's had, yes, she's had one or two chances, but they haven't been clear-cut chances. That's Gladys. That's a nice turn there by Gladys. This is what she has to do more often. But then she has to look up quicker. She has to play the ball quicker because the pace that Kickstart FC are playing at the moment is a very fast-paced tempo, which doesn't allow for any time on the ball for the opposition. And that is something that Hops clearly have to work on. This is an opportunity from another mistake by Kickstart FC this time. Cross coming in safely into the hands of Lintoy, the captain and goalkeeper for Kickstart FC. And with regards to Kickstart, Junaid, is it just continuing doing what they're doing, or can they do something even better?
They will surely try and score more goals in the game. Comfortably pouched by Maibam Devi on that occasion. They'll definitely try and score more goals in the game, and just to send a message across to the rest of the teams that they are in with a shout here. They are in it to win it. And as far as the Hops are concerned, well, you rightly pointed out there haven't been any chances created for the players playing at the top of the pitch. That was a long-range shot, but nothing threatening towards the goalkeeper. Yes, there haven't been those telling balls, those decisive passes in the final third, let alone the finishing touches. That has been disappointing, to say the least, for the first 38 minutes that has come from Hops FC.
Goal kick now by Kickstart. Hops though recover possession again, and that's a poor effort there by Gladys, safely into the feet of Lintoy, the goalkeeper and captain of this Kickstart FC side, who's looking to waste a little bit of time here and there, playing some mind games. And this is the perfect start for the campaign for Kickstart. They're looking to send a message out to all the other 6 opponents that they have in this IWL, of course, Setu, Gokulam, Orisha, East Bengal, and well, they're looking just to tell them, you know what, we were in the final last season, we lost it, but this season we want to be there again and we want to win it this time. And they're performing admirably here today. They've carved Hops open on a number of occasions, only scored twice, but it could have been perhaps 3 or 4 with that chance that we saw maybe 6-7 minutes ago, as one of the Hops FC players is down injured. Referee comes to check, supervise, everything is fine, and we carry on. The show must go on here at the Bedgar Stadium Ground in Delhi. Ball now for Kickstart outside of the box. Cuts inside, shot, goes well wide in the end. But Kickstart are playing with a little bit of flair, a little bit of a panache to them, aren't they, Junaid? Moving nicely and
They
dribbling,
are,
and
and there is a sense of urgency as well. They want to get into it, get into the game, score as many goals as possible. Because if you've had the privilege of watching these girls last time around when they played Churchill Brothers and CRPF in Ahmedabad, they scored 10-0 against Churchill Brothers and 9-0 against CRPF. Those were the highest scoring games for them that season. They are known to score goals, and won't be surprised if they get a few more in here.
cross came in there for a Kickstart, and they recover possession again. It's just been, the pressure has been unsurmountable here for Hops FC. They are unable to deal with anything that Kickstart is throwing at them. I mean, they're trying to play out from the back, Kickstart recover. Kickstart are playing high up the field, trying to press their back line again. Lady Luck smiling them with that pass. Good defending though by Hops. Ball is out to the wing by Karishma. That cross is, well, it's not a very good one, and it goes straight out for a goal kick for Hops FC. So the last 4 minutes of this first half, we haven't had a lot of time wasting, a lot of injuries. We have had one substitution, Arti number 14 coming on for Rebecca number 8. Just a reminder, a recap, both goals scored by Karishma and Lepcha, number 7 and number 15. So both ladies have opened their accounts for this IWL 23-24. And Hops FC haven't really tested Lin Toy in the goal from Hops from Kickstart FC. Sorry, so that is something that perhaps I need to change coming into the second half. Going into the break, we're nearly there, Junaid. Obviously, again, I like to try and do this all the time because I want people to experience what perhaps a coach would be thinking at the moment. What would you, as the Kickstart FC coach, be telling your ladies the moment that they go into that dressing room?
Don't lose the tempo. Maintain your shape. Try and score when you see an opportunity there. Because the way Hops are playing at the moment, let me tell you something. You will get more opportunities. As far as Hops are concerned, well, they'll have to try and reorganize themselves, probably regroup and come back stronger in the next set of 45 minutes. Because you'll have to try and feed Frederica as much as you could possibly do, because there haven't been enough service coming from the midfield towards the players playing further forward. And that is something Hops FC would love to do in the remainder of the match.
So Frederica has had 2 shots, both of them off target. But she's come to India with a pretty good reputation back home in Ghana. So is it a little bit disappointing that we haven't seen her best version so far still today?
Still early days, Joel. Still early days. Let the girl settle down, because she's known for her goal scoring prowess. And I'm pretty sure she won't be disappointing a lot of the fans who are out there and who are watching, because Federica and Amphobia both are known for the number of goals they have scored back in Ghana for Lady Strikers, as well as for Northern Ladies FC. 2 clubs they have played for in Ghana.
Long ball forward there by the Hops goalkeeper, who, to be fair to her, I think she was maybe perhaps a little bit at fault for the second goal, but she's reacted well to that. All the long balls coming up to the box, and the shots, and that one-on-one that she saved maybe 10-15 minutes ago, which could have been 3-0. She's done relatively well. She's recomposed herself after that second goal, and credit to her. It's not easy playing at this kind of level. It really isn't easy. Ball now for Hops FC, as we're nearly at the end of this first half. It is Kickstart FC leading by 2-0 against Hops FC. That is Frederica once again trying to find her partner in crime. Gladys can't find her. Ball cleared away into touch, so it's going to be 2 minutes of added on time for both of these sides. And well, safe to say that Kickstart FC have outperformed Hops. What would be your lowdown on that first half, Junaid?
Completely agree with that. There haven't been enough chances coming from Hops, and it's been Kickstart all the way right throughout the first 45 minutes of this game. Has been a dominant performance, in complete authority. At no time did they look like conceding to the Hops forwards. Definitely the happier of the two sides, especially with the number of goals they have on the board, and would definitely look to add a few more getting into the second half.
So just a minute left for that second half, or for that first half, sorry, to finish. Karishma and Lepcha, the goal scorers for Kickstart FC. And we will be discussing in the second half, Junaid, about Kickstart's partnership with Hotspurs, and we will be discussing a few things. So I do hope you guys are ready for that in the second half. It's going to be a very interesting second 45 minutes that we will be having for you guys at your disposal live here on the Indian Football channel here at YouTube. Ball is with Kickstart. Referee's had a glance at her watch. And that is the end of the first half. Kickstart 2, HOPS FC 0. So Karishma and Lepcha scoring both goals after 13 and 23 minutes. A very good display by the refereeing trio so far. And Junaid, it's been a very good game. The tempo is up there, and it's been entertaining, hasn't it?
It has surely been, Joel. You've seen performance. You've come here to see goals, and that's exactly what Kickstarted has treated all the fans with. And Hops, well, they will come back stronger. That's what I believe at the moment at the midway break, and we'll see how it goes for them.
23-24.
So we see some of the stats over here. 54% possession. Look at that. 9 shots, 3 on target. But look at Hops. 6 shots, 4 on target. That's pretty good, actually. It's been a very clean game again. 2 corners, 1 apiece. So it's been a very interesting game here between Kickstart FC and Hops FC. Look at the shots by Hops. 6 shots, 2 by Frederica, 2 by Gladys, and 2 by Neha. But neither of them really testing the goalkeeper that much. And from Kickstart, well, Karishma scored 1 of them. Bibicha had 4, Deepa had 1. Sorry, Bibicha had 1, Deepa had 1, Lepcha had 1, which scurried into the bottom corner. Lintoy and Priti. So it's been a very, very interesting game. Very interesting first 45 minutes here at the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground. Just 2 fouls. 1 for Kipken, 1 for Rebecca in the middle of the field. And for Hops FC, sorry, for Kickstart FC, we had 5. Deepa with 2, Bibicha, Karishma, and Supriya. So we will be taking a short break now, my friends, and back with you guys in around 10-12 minutes time for the start of this second half of this game between Hops FC and Kickstart FC of the IWL 23-24. Back with you guys in a jiffy. So, welcome back, folks, to the start of this second half between HOPS FC and Kickstart FC. HOPS in white, Kickstart in red. It's currently 2-0 for Kickstart FC. They've made a change, and HOPS are making a brace of changes also. So, we will be updating you as soon as we get the information.
Jersey number 18, Shailaja, is going in.
So, number 12 and number
And jersey
18
number
have come on
12 is going out.
for HOPS FC.
Jersey number 12
We will
is
just
going
be
in. Pooja.
showing you the names shortly, I believe. So for Kickstart, number 5, Rocky, has come on for Sonia, number 16.
The substitution. Kickstart 5 in, 16 out. Repeating. Kickstart 5
So,
in, 16
Junaid,
out.
welcome back to the start of the second half.
18 in,
What
11 out.
What are your expectations here? What do you think in the next 45 minutes are we going to see? We're going to witness.
12 in, 5
Good
out.
changes as far as HOPS are concerned, because when you have to make changes, we are underway here at the Ambedkar Stadium. It's going to be HOPS going from left to right on your screens. Right, good changes as far as I believe, because if you want the players to get some game time and perform, get those 2 goals back, you've got to give them some time, and making those changes at halfway mark is definitely the right thing HOPS have done. They would definitely hope to go on and score the next goal in the match.
Initial start there for Kickstart, and the changes for HOPS. Shailja, number 18, has come on for Samuel. So on the field now we have Anshika, Ritu, Sharda, Mamta and Parmila. We have Kipgen, Gladys and Arti. Neha, Shaija and Fredrika. So that's lineups for HOPS. Number 12, Pooja, came on. And for Kickstart, we have Lintoy in goal. Cypriya, Lintoy, Ritu and Jabamani. Lepcha, Deepa, Priti and Pakipi. Bibicha and Karishma. So the changes, Junaid, what impact do you think they're going to be having on this game?
More so for HOPS, it's going to be, there are forwards out there. There's Pooja, there's Shailja. They are known for the goals they have scored in the previous edition. I would love to see them getting back on the score sheet for the first time this season. We'll have to wait and see. For Kickstart, well, they won't have to do anything different. Just keep the memento, keep going at HOPS. Every now and then they get an opportunity, and see if there are any more mistakes that they could draw out of HOPS back four.
Throw in now for Kickstart. Kickstart FC, of course, in red. HOPS FC are in white. Bit of a pinball situation there in the middle, and that ball is straight at the Kickstart goalkeeper. Ball is with the ladies in red. She manages to lift her head up on the far side. There was a big open space for one of the wingers. That's number 14. That is Priti. That's Bibisha. That ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for HOPS FC. Goes out for a throw-in. Early days yet, but the tempo of this second half, has it varied from the first half, Junaid? What do you see? What do you think?
Looks like it's still with the girls in red because they just don't want to take that foot off the pedal as far as this game goes because they have been absolutely relentless. The stats would have it otherwise. There were six shots taken by Hops. Let's make no mistake about it. Four were on target, but they haven't looked threatening, to say the least. But Kickstart, on the other hand, well, they have played with purpose. They've been direct, as you mentioned early on in the first half. They just want to keep going at it, and this is exactly what we are seeing in the initial 5 minutes or so in the second half.
I mean, Kickstart's game plan is very easy to see here. They are playing a more direct brand of football. That's how they scored both goals. Fewer passes, but more clinical in that sense. Here's another chance now for Kickstart, looking for a third. Oh, crossbar again. And that is eventually cleared away though by Hops FC. But well, that was another glorious chance for Kickstart FC. Hops FC, I'm still trying to put my finger as to the kind of football they're playing. Chance for Hops! Oh, goes wide. Oh my word, what an opportunity that was to get themselves back in this game. And opportunity squandered, the best chance of the game so far. That was a glorious opportunity, wasn't it, Junaid?
That was Neha on that occasion with her left, trying to drill it through, but couldn't quite get enough behind that one. It wasn't hit towards the target, and had that gone in, would have been a different story to the game. There would have been a tempo added on, would have been frenetic set of remaining 40 minutes or so here at the Ambedkar Stadium. But there will be chances coming in there and thereabout. They'll have to stay in the game. Let's not concede one more. That should be their strategy at the moment for Hops FC.
I mean, if they do concede a third, I think that would be game, set, and match for Kickstart FC. It'll be very difficult for Hops to, manage 3 goals. I mean, it's hard for them to manage 2, yet let alone 3. So it's going to be an uphill battle here for the ladies in white. And I said this in the first half, but it's so important that they keep Frederica and Gladys involved in the match, because they are there too, especially Frederica. She is their main striker. She is the lady that you want the ball to fall to inside the box. She is the one that's going to be scoring the goals, and she really hasn't seen much of the ball. Is that a question of Kickstart doing a fantastic job on her, or perhaps Frederica still trying to find her feet at this IWL 23-24? What do you think, Junaid?
Like we mentioned, the first half, it's still early days playing first game on Indian soil. Frederica came in later last month to India from Ghana. Plus, there hasn't been enough service that has come her way. Those clinical balls, those telling decisive balls from the midfield. We'll have to wait and see if there's going to be enough service provided to them in the second, to Frederica especially in the second half. I'm sure she's going to come good, especially she's a proven talent. Let's make no mistake about it. She has proved herself in the leagues back in Ghana, and it's going to be a matter of time wherein she kicks in.
It's interesting that you said about Frederica and giving her time to gel and to bed in. I'm pretty sure, like you mentioned, that she is going to come through eventually. But you also mentioned something very interesting, which I want to pinpoint out, is the lack of service that she's getting. The lack of crosses, the lack of opportunities that are being created for her. That is a worrying sign for Hops FC, is it not? That they are unable to create opportunities, and the only opportunity that they managed to create so far was what we just witnessed 3 minutes ago with that self-inflicted mistake by Kickstart FC. It wasn't an opportunity that they themselves somehow created. So is that going to be a problem for them moving forward in this game? This lack of creativity that we're witnessing.
They have looked better as far as the last 5 minutes or so. They have got the balls there and thereabout and trying to do a bit of work on the left side of the pitch, so to say. There haven't been enough service coming from the right side so far. Well, that's Ravi Kumar Punia, one of the coaches with HOPS FC, plays for Rajasthan United. He was also the coach with Haryana in the Junior Girls Championship earlier this year.
You definitely are Mr. Stats. You have everything for everyone, Junaid, and I really appreciate that a lot because you do bring the game alive with the figures, the numbers, your opinions, your expert analysis. It's such a joy working with you, and it's another chance, therefore, Kickstart FC safely into the hands of Anshigar. It does take a lot of work to prepare a game before we do come across it, don't you? I mean, many people think that we just do it as it goes along, but a lot of preparation goes into it, doesn't it, Junaid?
It does, Joel. It takes a lot of man hours out of you. You'll have to do a lot of research, who goes in, who comes out, especially when there's not enough data available for some of the players. I wouldn't say everybody, but yes, you'll have to be involved in the game through and through. And I have been commentating for the sub juniors, juniors, and senior girls for a couple of seasons, and that has actually I have actually kept a lot of data. Plus, there's a lot of research goes into it, and you have to come out and keep tabs with what's going on their social media. Well, social media has made life a little bit easier because there are a lot of postings on their official pages as well. So you'll have to try and dig deep into what's the best suited for our viewers.
Definitely a profession not for the faint of heart, as Kickstart play the ball in field. Knocked away though by HOPS FC, who, as you rightly said, are playing a little bit better in this second half. That's a long ball forward. That's good defending. That's great defending. That's cool and calm and composed. And Kickstart FC have the ball again. That was number 3, Ritu, with the great defending, and chance here for Kickstart again. 1-on-1 with the keeper, chance to make it 3. Oh, goes just wide. That was Gerishma again. What an opportunity squandered, wasn't it, Junaid?
Well, that was a scurrying run from Karishma, going all alone, all by herself. And had that gone in the back of the net, that would have been curtains as far as Hops are concerned. Well, they survived, but only just. They are playing, like you mentioned, they are playing much better than the first set of 45. We'll have to try and score or get in there and thereabout, get Frederica and Pooja involved as much as they possibly could and see where it takes them. The next game is the next goal, perhaps, is going to dictate where this game goes.
I completely agree with you there, Junaid. I mean, if Hops do manage to somehow get themselves on the scoreboard, that will definitely give Kickstart FC the jitters for the next 30 minutes or so. I mean, it's just right now, as things stand, it's a 1-goal game. If Hops manage to get a goal, I can see them perhaps getting a second. If Kickstart do manage to make it 3-0, then I think that would be curtains and blinds down for FC. Interesting game, interesting scenario. We're here live at the Ambedkar Stadium ground in Delhi, the capital of India. It's a beautiful afternoon, kickoff at 1 p.m., but it's a nice playing conditions. The weather has been very kind to the ladies today. It's a very good temperature, very mild. And the ground is being kept well. That is another positive thing because let's not forget the Delhi Premier League is currently also being held in at this moment in time in Delhi. So there are a lot of games happening in the Dr. Ambedkar Stadium ground. So it's kept very well, especially after all those matches happening. Shot coming in, and it goes well over the bar. So we talked about, Junaid, yesterday the effect that playing at home and away will have on the players. It certainly hasn't been that way for Kickstart. They've dominated, but for Hops, I mean, do you see them perhaps? We've already seen 4 teams, okay? This is my question. We've already seen 4 teams, Gokulam, Setu, Hops, and Kickstart. Um, do you see them perhaps from the 4 that we've seen, the one that they have to improve the most, maybe?
Well, they will have to. They'll have to definitely go back to the drawing board and see what combination they should go for in the games coming up next. Because they've had a decent run of form in the previous campaign they were part of. Let's make no mistake about it. It was their first game, the first appearance in the IWL last season, and they managed 4 victories out of the 7 games they played in the group stage, and losing out eventually in the quarterfinals against the same opposition, Kickstart FC. The 3 defeats that came in their way were against East Bengal, Sporting Odisha, and Gokulam Kerala. You all can expect the results not going their way in those 3 games because all those 3 teams are powerhouses of Indian football, and Hops FC are coming through the ranks.
Ball now for Kickstart, 62 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a foul. Yes, it is. The referee has blown for the whistle there. So Hops FC last season reached the quarterfinals. Kickstart reached the finals. So they, as you rightly said before, they won 4 games from 7 in the league season. So they definitely know what it is to win. They definitely are a good side, of course, hailing from Delhi. So they are quality Delhi side. But I think today they've just come across a very clinical Kickstart FC who've been unscrupulous, ruthless, effective, and dynamic. And Hops haven't found the answer for them just yet. Free kick for Kickstart FC. Decent ball in, and that header goes just wide, and it's a goal kick to be taken by Anshika for Hops FC. Another thing I want to touch with you today, Junaid, is the refereeing display. Once again, it's been a quality refereeing display. Nothing of note to call out, nothing controversial. Very simple, very calm, nice control, nice order. We saw that yesterday also from the referee. So far, the refereeing in the IWL has been nothing short of superb. Oh, what a goal! Oh my word! From 30 yards out at an angle. 3-0 Kickstart. What a stunning strike. In all honesty, I thought she was going to cross that. And my oh my, into the top corner. Anshika once again beaten by a quality finish by Kickstart FC. I hope we do see that again. But Junaid, it's 3-0. Look at this. We're going to see it again. We're going to see the replay one more time. The ball gets played down the wing. I think she looks up for a cross. Oh my word. Well, do you think that was a cross or a shot, Junaid? Either way, it was a stunning finish.
Well, either way, that's a brilliant finish. That's a brilliant goal. I initially thought she was going for a cross, but it was in the stride. It was at a very difficult angle. But by the looks of it, the power she generated got her laces behind that one, and that one went straight into the back of the net. Looks like it's going to be curtains as far as Hops are concerned. 65 minutes out, 3 goals in the back of the net for Kickstart. Well, they have started this campaign on a roll here.
That was Raki with the goal, the substitute number 5, with a stunning third goal for Kickstart, and that really separates the cats amongst the pigeons. I mean, it's going to be very hard now for Hops FC to get back into this game. I mean, it was tough when it was 2-0, but with the scoreline being 3-0, they really have to score a goal in the next 3 or 4 minutes to try and perhaps salvage anything from this game. But here they come now on the attack. This time, ball is with Frederica. Nice bit of skill. That's what we want to see more from her. And she's down, lamenting herself, injured perhaps. Her leg is strained. She's writhing in pain on the ground. I mean, she really looks like she's hurt herself, Junaid, doesn't she?
Looks to be in some excruciating pain down there. Not quite sure if it was a foot or she scruffed the ground in the way. But I hope she's all right. I doubt if she could get up and continue, because that pain seems to be absolutely tangible.
Well, you can almost feel her pain from the commentary box. I mean, the way she was writhing on the ground, I mean, it did look like she was in a lot of pain, serious amount of pain. And we do hope she is okay. Her leg is being stretched. Of course, the physios do a fantastic job under tremendous pressure. I mean, have you ever thought, Junaid, about what it takes to become a physio in football? I mean, the amount of pressure that you get, you have to run to the ground, mend to the fallen players, and it's just a very tense job, isn't it, Junaid, to be a physio in football?
Not for the faint-hearted, for sure, Joel. Not for the faint-hearted. It takes a lot. You have to be at it from the get-go. You'll have to keep those players in shape, along with the strengthening and conditioning coach. You'll have to try and make sure they are game ready, and just in case if there is an injury popping up right in the middle of the game, you'll have to keep the clock under consideration and work your way through.
Football itself, many people think it's an easy profession to take up. It's as any elite sport, of course, only the best reach the highest level possible. Ball now for Kickstart FC, number 11, Bibicha. Plays the ball center. Now it's number 6. Supriya with the ball in. Ball once again, though, for Kickstart FC. Well, it's always good to see Frederica once again up and walking around. Ball now for Kickstart, 68 minutes on the clock. This is Supriya. Throw in for Kickstart FC deep inside HOPS FC territory. Number 14 now on the ball. This is Preeti, the Nepali midfielder, safely into the hands of Anshika. Ball once again now for HOPS FC. Oh, that's a big collision there, and the physios are going to be needed once more. That was a big collision. I mean, it's been a very relatively clean game so far, but the last few minutes, we've seen a few collisions here and there, which are maiming the good spirit of the game. As we see the physio once more attending to one of the HOPS FC players. Junaid, with around 20 minutes left, plus, of course, extra time, whatever the referee wants to add on to that. It's 3-0. I know it's a cliched question, but Kickstart dominating the game, and HOPS perhaps not up to the standard required. Is that a fair assessment, maybe?
I wouldn't say not up to the standards, but yes, they haven't turned up at all today because it has just been one-way traffic. The pressure that Kickstart have applied from minute number one, they have crumbled to that pressure, and I don't see them making any sort of comeback in this game. They'll have to try there and be in the situation there and thereabout, try and be in the final third and try and keep the ball, but and see what happens from there on. But Kickstart, well, they have been solid. Let's make no mistake about it. They have been dominating, control the game, have stamped their 100% authority on the entirety of those 70 minutes that have been played so far.
Long ball for Hobbs down the flank. It's going to be a corner kick, if I'm not mistaken. No, it isn't. I was mistaken. It's going to be a goal kick. So 20 minutes left. Kickstart 3, HOPS FC 0. We're live here from the Ambedkar Stadium ground in Delhi. The heartbeat of the capital, producing a fantastic display by Kickstart FC. Oh my word. Shot coming in though. Hits the crossbar. Best opportunity of the game for HOPS FC from 35 yards out. It was an ambitious shot, but it was a very well placed effort, wasn't it, Junaid? That was so close.
Oh, that was tantalizingly close. I'm not quite sure what would have happened if that had gone and hit the back of the net, but would have definitely given some hope to the girls in white and a belief to sort of make a comeback in the remainder of the 19 minutes. As Tanu, the former skipper of HOPS FC, is replacing Neha. Like for like replacement, both players play as forwards in this HOPS outfit. Can she be the difference? Is the question HOPS FC fans and management would be asking.
Well, with around 18 minutes left, I mean, it's going to be very hard for her to make any sort of direct impact, you know, as a football player. It does take a few minutes to get into the game, to get into the dynamics of the match, you know. I mean, that's why I personally, as a coach, don't understand subs, like for like substitutions in the 89th or 90th minute. I mean, if you're going to make a sub in the last 15 minutes of the game, you better change the whole dynamic of the game, because a like for like substitution is I mean, for me personally, I would prefer the Hops taking out a midfielder and trying to go at least for a goal or two, rather than just going for a like for like substitution. But that's just me. The Hops FC coach, of course, has his own ideas about how the game is going. It's not going in their favor, that's for sure. Kickstart FC dominating this game, controlling it with tremendous aplomb and decision, composure, and a lot of energy. Definitely a lot of energy in this Kickstart FC side, as Federica once again is caught offside. Look at that strike. Top corner, top bins, as we say back in the UK. I think that was Gladys with the striker. She's also been a tad disappointing, if we are honest, aren't we, Junaid? I mean, we expect a little bit more from the foreigners when they come to India. And today, maybe she has been a little bit vanished from the situation. You would expect your
Agree
number
with
10
you.
to be controlling the game.
Exactly, that has been missing from her game today, and we hope she gets into the groove as soon as possible and put in some performance in the next game, especially the girls up front, Frederica and Gladys. Because Gladys, well, she's got 14 goals in 18 appearances in the Ghana Premier League, and won't be surprised if she continues that run of form here.
Ball now for a kickstart once again. Nice run down the wing. That's number 23. Deepa, the Nepali winger. Ball back again with kickstart. Lipcha, the goal scorer. Free kick though for the ladies in red with 15 minutes left of the game. It is theirs to win. It is theirs to control, and the 3 points are theirs if they manage to hold on for the next 15 or so minutes of this game. And of course, they'll go top of the table. Look at the possession, 58-42. So perhaps we're seeing Kickstart, I think, have a little bit more possession at the back line. Hence, the numbers are a bit more stretched out than in the first half. It was 51-49 in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. It was even Stevens. But it's been a solid game by Kickstart, hasn't it, Junaid? It's been solid from start to finish so far.
Possession-wise, it has tilted quite significantly towards Kickstart FC, especially in the second half. They have controlled the game beautifully, have done what exactly they came here to do, and they have dominated from the get-go right since Karishma got that opening goal, and it has been Kickstart since then on. They've had a couple of chances, HOPS FC, but couldn't quite convert it. Have been unlucky with the last strike coming from Gladys, hitting the crossbar and ricocheting. But yes, it's all about managing the game time now for Kickstart and seeing this through. Get those 3 points in the kitty, get the job done, and get going onwards to the next game. It's a double round robin format. Home and away concept.
Ooh.
Floated by the Federation for the very first time. There's a player gone down there for Kickstart.
No. That was a very nasty challenge. That was a very nasty challenge. I mean, that was bad. That was late, and it was bad. We're going to see that again, but I mean, ooh, that could have seriously hurt her opponent. That was Frederica, perhaps more in, how should I say it, more in frustration that she hasn't really performed, but that was naughty. I mean, I do hope we get to see that again, because from where I saw it on any other given day, that could have been a red. I mean, from where I saw that, I mean, wow, that was not good. That was not good at all. We're going to see the replay of that hopefully sometime soon. But well, it's a bit of a break. The players are getting a chance to have a little bit of a drink. 12 minutes left. Today, fitness levels haven't been an issue like it was yesterday, Junaid. The weather is a bit chillier. So that's going to be a big factor, isn't it? As you rightly mentioned, the round robin situation. Players, teams going down south, teams going up north, teams going to Kolkata. The whole shebang of this IWL has changed from the centralized venues to home and away format. So that gives the team at home a considerable advantage. I mean, we're going to see that replay again, hopefully now. We're going to see that here. It's coming up now. Oh, wow. That's a red for me. I'm sorry. Oh,
She's
that was not
absolutely
nice.
lucky to get away with a yellow on that occasion, because that to me looked like a straight red. That was
I mean, the
a bit
way.
dangerous coming in
Ooh,
from that angle and getting it straight on the player's left leg, if I've seen that correctly.
that was dangerous. That was very dangerous. And she, in my opinion, seriously, is a very lucky girl to be on the pitch still at this moment in time. And like I said, that is purely born out of frustration because the game hasn't been a dirty game. It hasn't been a game of cards, a game of fouls and free kicks and tackles and pulls and tugs. It hasn't been like that. It's been played in a very fair spirit. Both of these games so far in the IWL have been played in a very fair spirit. But to be fair with you, I think she was walking a tightrope with that tackle. I mean, pretty lucky to be still out there with 10 minutes left, and she could have really hurt her opponent. It was a standing leg, also. Oh, those are the worst, seriously. So, a very look. It's a very interesting comment from our YouTube channel from Kate Tapa saying Indian football is growing, so happy to see it. There are countries where there are no women leagues, and here we have home and away format. Sometimes, and that's just made me think for a second. Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have at the moment, where we have 7 teams in the top division and we're playing a home and away format, which means the exposure they're getting, the experience they're getting, and as Kate Tapa has rightly said in YouTube, other countries don't have a women's league. You know, Real Madrid only joined the women's league in Spain 3 or 4 years ago. Before that, they didn't have one. So it's like it's good. It's a good field comment. I really appreciated that by Kate Tapa. Cheers for that because it does make you think and appreciate the quality that we have here in India with regards especially to women's football. Anything to add to that, Junaid?
Well, yes, it's not just the IWL. There are a lot of championships, a lot of leagues going on state-wise, state leagues. Well, the football in India has, it has kick-started, and it's just going to go in one direction, just going to go upwards. That's exactly what we are seeing. Home and away formats, players getting that exposure, getting to travel a lot, meet new people. It's going to be tough on them, but then at the end of the day, it's the experience that counts. Home and away, fan engagement would be there. A lot of fans would try and go on and support the home team as a couple of changes lined up. Number 33 is coming on, replacing Supriya. Banti is out there in the middle now for Kickstart FC.
So a double substitution, number 9 and 15 also being taken off. So number 9, Sushmita. It's also, I think, Junaid, the camaraderie that builds up when you travel home and away for games. You know, you travel, and this is how rivalries also begin. I mean, rivalries don't start when you have a centralized venue. Rivalries begin when, for example, a team from Kerala, we have in the ISL, right? We have Kerala Blasters against Bengaluru, Chennai, the derbies of the south. Now we have
Derbies.
the Punjab team, you know, and Mohun Bagan against East Bengal, and you know Mohammedan, and all these things. That's when situations happen when you have to travel to the other team's ground and you have to face their fans, and you know the all the cons and pros that come with that situation, and that really tests you how you deal with that. You know, it really is a new experience for the vast majority of these ladies out there playing home and away conditions, because in the IWL it hadn't happened until this season. Every single year was centralized venues. So this is, in my view, a really good step forward because it gives them so much more exposure and so much more experience.
You'll have to give credit where it's due. It's a fantastic decision taken by the Federation. We've got a decent turnaround today, considering HOPS FC's home game. There was sort of a request made by Anushka Samuels, the HOPS FC skipper, to all the local clubs in Delhi to come out and support them in numbers. There are a lot of clubs who play women's football in Delhi. That's exactly what we are talking about. If you've got home and away, you have the support of your home team. You have your friends and family turning up to support you. And that is something you don't often get to see when there's a centralized format in place.
And it's also what we saw there on the camera just a few moments ago. Kids, children come into the ground watching the game, and not just boys but girls. You know, these young ladies, no matter if they believe it or not yet, but they are heroes for many of the young girls watching this on the YouTube, on the TV, come into the ground. You know, even if only one or two of them tell their parents, Dad, Mom, I want to be like Frederica. I want to be like Sonia. I want to be like Bibicha. I want to be like Dalima. You know, that is what this is all about at the end of the day. It's producing football talent that then you can export all around the world, as we saw that chance once again by Gladys. She's very good with the long kicks. Hit the crossbar again. But going back to what I was just trying to say right now, it's just beautiful to see young kids, especially young girls, come into the ground, watching this game on TV, on the YouTube. And that's what we want them to understand, that football, it's not just a boys' sport, but it most definitely is a women's sport. And kudos to the AIFF, as you rightly mentioned, for having the IWL, the home and away format, and in this situation, because it's only going to, I mean, there's only one way this can go, and that's got to go up. It's only going to expand into further teams. That's the only way this is going to go. Corner kick now for Kickstart, with around 4 minutes left on the clock. It's an in-swinger chance. Oh, flicked on the front post. Junaid, anything you want to add to
Well, talking about
what I just mentioned?
these girls being heroes, there's an inspirational story for all the viewers who are watching us. Sonia Marak, coming on from a remote village, West Karbi Anglong district in Assam, had no resources whatsoever, lost her father due to illness, no support whatsoever from the family, and has made it right to the top. Was the captain of the Assam team, and then on, she's moved to Karnataka and plays for Karnataka in the Senior Women's National Football Championship. Was in absolute prime form in the previous season, and she's right there in the starting 11 today as well. Sonia Marak scored 2 goals in the previous edition. There are stories coming in from Tier 2, Tier 3 towns, districts, remote villages. That is what Indian football is doing, giving all young girls a brilliant platform.
That was a good chance there for HOPS FC. Ball is still in play, into the box. Chance for a consolation goal here. Are they going to get it? Over the bar, Frederica. Oh, that was a moment. That was the chance for her debut goal. And she spurns it over the bar. It was a double chance, actually. It was a good opportunity down the wing for number 12, Booya. And then Frederica just couldn't wrap her foot around it and keep it down. Wow, that was a glorious chance there for HOPS FC. I mean, Kickstart really haven't been tested all that much in this game. And when they have been, HOPS have managed to somehow churn their chances and spurn them away. It's, I don't know, but this game could have very easily been a 3-2 or 3-3 right now. I mean, HOPS haven't played great, but they've had 4 or 5 very good chances. What do you think, Junaid?
Yes, you're right there, because one shot ricocheting off the crossbar and a close one in the last minute. Had those 2 balls gone inside, would have been a different story. I won't say they would have gone on to win it, but they would have definitely come close, because there have been chances. Had they been clinical enough in front of the goal, still a bit rusty as far as the front 2 are concerned, but then they can only go upwards from here on. There's Ritu there getting the cleaning job done, getting it away from Frederica, or Gladys making that run on the right-hand side. Ritu again driving through the heart of the midfield.
See some of the spectators in attendance. There's 5 minutes of added on time here in this game. It is Kickstart 3, HOPS FC 0.
Additional time, 5 minutes.
So 5 minutes, as we've just discussed right now. That's Frederica looking for the overlapping run. That's an offside there. So, Junaid, your final take on this game, because obviously it does look like Kickstart are going to take a victory here, and a very clear victory at that. It hasn't even been close, to be fair with you, with regards to the scoreline. So, what are your thoughts of what we've seen here today in comparison to what we saw yesterday between Gokulam and Setu?
Well, this game has been more direct. Yesterday's was a tactical masterclass from Setu FC, but today here they have got the job done. Kickstart FC, they came here for the 3 points and have managed to put that in their pocket. HOPS, well, they'll have to re-strategize, come up with something better, try and figure out. We've got one very important member of the squad missing, Renu, who was one of the top scorers for them. 5 goals she managed last time around. I'm not quite sure what is wrong. Like, if she's there was a chance down there,
Safe.
and the goalkeeper buries it away.
What a save that was by Lindoy. What a save into the bottom corner. What a save. She hasn't had much to do, but whatever she's had to do, she's done it with tremendous aplomb. Seriously, what a save that was. And that is the art of being a goalkeeper. You might not be counted upon for 50, 60 minutes. It might be a quiet game for you, but then bang, bang, when you're needed, you have to be there. Lindoy this time manages to gather the ball at the second attempt. Missed the flight of the ball initially. But what a save that was by Lindoy. Kickstart now.
Well, she's got the best goalkeeper award on of the IWL, and she's definitely one of the toughest nuts to crack.
8 in. Jersey number 8, Karen Pierce in. And 23, jersey number 23, Deepa Savi out. One more substitute for Kickstart FC, jersey number 19. Jersey number 19, Juhi Singh in. And
So another substitution there. Juhi comes on for Bibicha. So and Karen comes on for Deepa.
Karen Pius is another promising midfielder, played for Pifa Kulaba and Hans. Trying to give her some game minutes as well. Kickstart FC coach.
So all in all, it's been a very relatively comfortable victory for Kickstart FC. HOPS FC have had their opportunities, have had their moments. They just haven't been able to finish what they began, the moves they began, the chances they had. It hasn't just clicked for them today. Frederica perhaps needs to improve. Another shot comes in and Lintoy, another good save. But look, I mean, they've had their shots on target and Lintoy has been in superb form. So corner kick. Corner kick now for HOPS FC again. Flicked on and cleared away though by Kickstart FC. So that is the end of the game. Kickstart have began their campaign with a 3-0 victory over HOPS here in Delhi. Karishma opened the score in Lepcha, scored a second goal, and then it was Rakmi with a third wonder goal from a corner, from the wing pretty much, not a corner. But it's been a very good game of football. Both sets of ladies now exchanging handshakes with the refereeing trio and, of course, their opponents. Junaid, off to you. The stats, what do you make of all this?
Right, 3 goals scored by Kickstart FC. 2 in the first half, 1 in the second. Clearly dominating possession with 56% as against 44 for HOPS FC. 18 shots taken by Kickstart and 4 landing on target. Well, there's the division of the shots at 4 for Gladys, 4 for Federica, Neha with 3, Aarti and Pooja from Aarti getting 1 from distance and Pooja from close range. 18 shots were taken by Kickstart, 3 converting into goal, 3 shots taken by Bibicha, 2 by Deepa, 1 from close range, 1 from outside the box, 2 by Pakpi, 1 for Lecha and Lintoy. And those were the fouls committed by HOPS FC, 1 each for all the players you could see on the screen. Federica, Kibgen, Rebecca, Ritu and Shailaja. Well, fouls for Kickstart FC. Deepa with 3, 2 for Karishma, Preeti with 2 fouls right at the center. Bibicha, Jabamani and Lintoy on the other side of the pitch.
Still survived and undoubtedly Kickstart FC.
So, Junaid, have you had fun today at the commentary box? Because that is ultimately what this is all about. Did you enjoy yourself? How was the experience today?
Enjoyed the game, enjoyed those goals scored by Kickstart. Well, I was hoping for HOPS to get one back, at least one, but wasn't the case to be. But they move on. They will have some rethinking to do and get better when they play next.
So, my friends, from myself, Joel Williams,